News from around the globe. Hot, fresh, balanced and objective. On Unity.
Thank you for joining us on Unity News Hour. Today is Sunday, the 5th of February 2023, and it's equivalent to 14th of Rajab, 1444 after Hijrah. The headlines. Wike rejects interim government, says plot to score to elections will fail. Naira scarcity Oyo youth police clash, 3 killed. Gunmen kill security operatives in Anambra attack. And on the foreign scene, 9 killed in terrorist attack on Niger Republic refugee camp. And in sports, Wolves sink Liverpool in 3-0 thriller. And those were the headlines. And for details and more of the stories, I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. President Muhammadu Buhari on Saturday in Lafia, the Nasarawa state capital, said he will continue to support the candidacy of the APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu ahead of the February 25 elections. This is according to a statement signed by his senior special assistant on media and publicity titled, "I will continue to campaign for Tinubu." President Buhari declares in Lafia. Buhari thanked party supporters for defying the hot weather and standing in the sun for hours to express their support for the party's flag bearers in the forthcoming presidential and governorship elections. Earlier, the APC presidential candidate mocked those insinuating that he is having a frosty relationship with the president. According to him, those who think there are cracks in their friendship and relationship will continue to be disappointed and have their short times joy limited. Tinubu thanked the president for being the poster boy of his campaign, fighting and working hard for the survival of Nigeria. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has won cabals reportedly trying to scuttle the February 25 and March 11 general elections to desist from the plot, saying no to any form of interim government. The governor warned on Saturday during a campaign in the Opobo, Nkoro local government area of the state. Wike's comment comes barely 24 hours after the flag bearer of the All Progressives Congress APC Bola Ahmed Tinubu campaigned in Ekiti and alleged a sinister plot to cause a crisis that will lead to the postponement and disruption of the February 25 election. Wike, a People's Democratic Party PDP chieftain, also berated the federal government over the scarcity of 3 newly redesigned Naira notes, saying he believes the president, Muhammadu Buhari, was misled to approve the policy. Ahead of the March 11 governorship election, Oke Ahiwe have been elected as the People's Democratic Party's PDP's governorship candidates in Abia State. Ahiwe is the immediate past chief of staff to Governor Okezie Ikpeazu, whose 2 terms of 8 years end in May 2023. His emergence followed the death of the former flag bearer Uchenna Ikone on January 25, 2023. Following the demise of Ikone, the PDP in the state held a primary on Saturday to replace the deceased candidate in accordance to the Electoral Act 2022. Ahiwe scored a total number of 469 to defeat his closest contestant, the deputy governor of the state, Ude Oko Chukwu, and Lucky Ibokwe, who both scored 12 votes, a former chairman of the party, Emma Nwaka, who had no vote, and a former House of Assembly member, Samson Oji, who put 11 votes, were also participants at the primary on Saturday. In Taraba, however, the National Secretariat of the All Progressives Congress APC has fixed Friday, February 10, 2023 for a fresh governorship primary election in Taraba State. This comes after the Supreme Court on Wednesday nullified the primary in which Senator Emmanuel Bwacha emerged as the APC governorship candidate in the forthcoming general elections. Labour Party's House of Representatives candidate for Lere Federal Constituency in Kaduna State, Suleiman Tambaya, on Friday night escaped an assassination attempt as gunmen invaded his residence at Gure village in the Lere local government area of the state, killing 2 persons. It was gathered that the incident occurred at about 10 o'clock p.m. when the House of Representatives candidate was away at a political meeting in Kaduna, the state capital. This is coming barely 3 months after a gunman killed the party's women leader, Mrs. Victoria Chimtex, in her residence in the Kaura local government area of the state in November 2022. The hoodlums also shot Victoria's husband in the leg and instantly rushed him to an undisclosed medical facility where he was said to be receiving treatment. Narrating his ordeal to newsmen on Saturday, TUNTBE said that for divine intervention and the prompt response from the members of the community and local vigilante, it would have been a different story by now. He also said the police in Lere responded to the distress call. The State Police Command spokesman, DSP Muhammad Jalenge, was yet to comment on the incident as at the time of filing the reports. Barely 24 hours after protests rocked Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, over the scarcity of fuel and new Naira notes, another group of youths on Saturday staged a protest at Dogo community in the Apata, Ido local government area of the state, leading to the death of 3 persons. It was gathered that the youths were assembling when security operatives arrived at the scene and asked them to disperse. The directive by the security personnel infuriated the youths who engaged the security officers. A source said the officers shot 3 people. 1 died immediately, the second died before getting to the hospital, while the 3rd person died at the hospital. Reacting to the unrest through a statement, the State Police Command said only 1 person was actually killed. The Taraba state government has confirmed the killing of the 2 wives and 5 children of the chief of Mutumbiu, His Royal Highness Sani Muhammad of the Gasso local government area. The victims were abducted on January 19 by gunmen in their residence in Jalinge, the state's capital. A press statement signed and issued by the State Commissioner for Information and Reorientation, Luis Emmanuel, condemned the murder in strong terms, describing the act as barbaric, ungodly and inhuman. The government condoled with the monarch and the people of Mutumbiu chiefdom on the unfortunate incident and prayed God to repose the souls of the deceased and give the family the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. Also confirming the incident, the police public relations officer in the state, Abdullahi Usman, said one of the children escaped and is currently being attended to medically in an undisclosed health institution. According to him, the corpses of the older victims were discovered in Dhaka village, a suburb of the Bali local government area, in the early hours of Saturday. And on the foreign scene, heavily armed terrorists stormed a camp housing refugees from neighboring Mali in western Niger and killed 9 people, a local official said Saturday. The attack took place on Wednesday at a camp in the Tahawa region bordering terrorists. Hit Mali, an elected local official said. A security source confirmed the attack without giving any details. Tahawa lies in a zone bordering Mali and Burkina Faso, 2 countries hit by insurgency, and has come under repeated attack since 2017 by armed groups linked to Al-Qaeda and the ISIS. And in sports, Wolves stunned Liverpool 3-0 at Molineux to move out of the Premier League relegation zone. It was a dream start for the hosts as Liverpool defender Joel Matip turned Wang Hee-Chang's 5th-minute cross into his own net. 7 minutes later, debutant Craig Dawson hammered home Wolves' second, finding space in the box after Liverpool failed to clear a free kick. Eurosport reports, however, 10-man Manchester United cemented their grip on 3rd place with a 2-1 win against Crystal Palace in the 17th minute. United were awarded a penalty after VAR showed Hood handled Marco Rashford's cross, with Bruno Fernandes coolly converting from the spot. Rashford struck in the 62nd minute with a composed finish from Luke Shaw's cross. United were reduced to 10 men in the 70th minute when Brazil midfielder Casemiro grabbed Will Hughes by the throat. Jeff Scobb's 76-minute strike set up a tense finish, but United held on to a win 6 successful home league games for the first time since 2017. Still on the EPL, Arsenal fell to just a 2nd Premier League defeat of the season as James Takwasi header gave Everton the perfect start under new manager Sendiaj in a 1-0 win at Goodison Park on Saturday. Everton's first win in 11 games leave the toughest out of the relegation zone. Arsenal remain 5 points clear of Manchester City at the top of the table, but may rue a huge chance to extend their advantage as they aim for a first league title since 2004. And that's the size of our bulletin for today. You can follow us on our social media handles at Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Unity Radio FM TV, respectively. I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of our programs.
Unity.